everyone, this is Alpha Ali. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for David, or Pomme, as a lot of you guys might know him as. I know this is going to be already quite a funny one, as Pomme, or David, whatever you want to call him, basically. So we basically duo quite a bit. He's a very lovely top 500, usually a cast player, very, very good at that hero. However, he came into my chat today and was like, I've got a mercy mod for you. So I was like, okay, I guess so. So I guess we're going to watch a DPS main on mercy today, basically. And I'm already seeing the pistol out, and it's already slightly worrying me. But you know what? I'm going to respect it. I'm going to see how this game goes. But just really, really quickly, if you are wanting your own mercy VOD review, are you wanting your own free mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch for free at 2 PM UK on Sundays. They cost 7,500 channel points, which you simply get by just watching the streams. If you can't make it that time, then do not worry, as I also record them offline whenever I'm free, and all of them get uploaded to this channel. But if you guys want to see any of my own gameplay as well, you can visit my main channel. If you do need any help with anything, then don't be afraid to message any of my lovely mods on Discord. The links for everything that I've just mentioned will be down in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yeah, so we'll kind of like just get straight into it, looking at our team comp. Sorry, I'm on my console today, so I can't really like sit and point my mouse about, basically. But we have a Bull, we have a Genji, Sojourn, and Ana. I think this is actually a really good team comp for Mercy, because you can fly about and have quite a bit of movement, obviously, with the Bull and the Genji, but also you can sit there and kind of help damage your Sojourn and heal up your Ana when you need to as well. Really nice team comp for Mercy here. So yes, let's get straight into it, basically, and see how it goes. So, already pointed out beam onto the Soj to begin with, which is great to see. I think I have done a David VOD before, but I'm trying to remember what I said about it. But anyways, let's get going. Perfect. So your Bull's already got a pick off on the Ana, which is nice. Okay. Nice. Make sure we're flying to go and help our Genji a little bit sooner there, because you know that the D.Va will want to basically come in and like dive the dive the Genji. So when you're over here, right, and you see that Genji being dove, make sure you're G'ing there a little bit sooner if you can. All right, keep going though. Nice. Reposition yourself here. So when you sling yourself forwards, go and help the Genji. Make sure you sling yourself to a piece of cover, in which case I'd probably sling myself to this rock over here, because your beam will still be able to connect at that point. Okay? It means that's where you're going to be out of LOS of the ball. Nice. Don't sling yourself forward here. You don't want to sling yourself forward, like, into the D.Va, into the enemy team, okay? If you need to sling away from the D.Va, either you sling back into spawn and wait her out, okay? Or you sling to wherever your support is. For example, you know your Sojourn and your Ana are on point, so I'd maybe recommend slinging onto the point here, maybe, like, behind this pillar, just so your Ana can help heal you up, and also you're with your Sojourn here. And the D.Va's less likely to dive in, because obviously she's going to lose damage from the Bull and the Genji, so she's very, very unlikely to come and follow you at this point, basically, okay? So don't fly into the D.Va and then fly like around into the enemy team like this. Try, if you can, instead to J yourself, so you end up kind of over to here to be with your Ana and everyone. Okay? And keep going, so you do end up back with your Ana, which is good. Perfect. Unfortunate with the, what's it called, with your team there, with your team here, don't try and res this. Sorry, I'm gonna have to rewind back quite a bit, basically. You don't want to basically try and res this, because there's nothing really you can do. So this is fine doing a little bit of sling out, because obviously you do want to try and, you know, help you regen first, okay? This is fine, you're going to help your Sojourn, but either make this a GA cancel or make it a proper sling to be able to come with your Sojourn or something, basically. You kind of like do a half-hearted where it's like, oh, I should sling, but I shouldn't, okay? Either make this a GA cancel or fully sling yourself out to go and help there, okay? Now your Bull, so your Genji already died here, and also your Sojourn dies here, okay? And you can hear the bat, but you know the Juno's here, okay? So this is a no-go for a res, okay? At this point, I've been thinking to myself, okay, what's the best way I can, like, probably help out at this point? Well, Bull's probably going to start rolling into them in a second, so we can maybe look to try and damage boost him, or we can always peel back to our Ana. We could always quickly just do a straight G back to our Ana, see how our Bull does, maybe we can G back into our Bull, and if these guys are distracted at any point, we can then try and go in for a res on either like our Genji or our Sojourn. But I think for now, we just need to try and like basically look to kind of like keep ourselves alive, so I'd kind of J onto the point, do a little J cancel, or J myself all the way to our Ana over here, okay? Unfortunately, we do end up taking quite a bit of damage here, and then unfortunately we do end up being taken out. Okay, so look for those other opportunities. You know where your Ana's playing, so don't be afraid to J yourself all the way back to your Ana. But that's fine, we do a reset. We have ourselves an Ashe now instead of a Sojourn, which means we'll have a tiny bit less mobility to go with, basically. But it does mean that we're going to have, you know, a little bit more damage boostable ability, especially being at far range. Nice. Make that GA cancel. Nice. Make sure we're slinging ourselves forward a little bit here. I do either do a sling or a GA bunny hop just to be able to get our beam onto the ball. The reason why I want to do that is because our honor is still respawning from spawn, so our ball, the other healing that our ball can get is from us or from health packs, and we really don't want him to fall. If he falls, then we have to wait for him to respawn before we can re-engage, and that's another like 20% on the point, which we don't want to give them. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to do a slight little bunny hop or a G like sling in order to get forward to go and help your ball. Pop your beam on him and then just quickly get back here, because the beam linger should last until he meets you back around here, in which case you can, what's it called, you can then pick up the ball when your beam snaps, which will probably be about here-ish, basically. Alright, we'll keep it going. Nice. D.Va's gonna dive in. Good damage boost on the coach gun. Nice help on your Genji. Well played there. Nice, that's nice. Nice. Don't be afraid just to drop forward here. You can see that your ball is quite weak and your honor is struggling to keep him up, okay? So just if you can, just quickly just do a nice little GA forward just to kind of help out with your ball. Because what you want to do here is you want to try and push up as Mercy. Because if we have a look at our Ashe's sight lines, where's our Ashe? Here. If we look at Ashe's sideline, she's struggling at the moment due to the big like gong in the way and also the pillars and everything, compared to your Genji, who is completely right there on top of them, same as your ball as well. Your ball has got a really good angle on these guys, okay? Whenever you're playing as Mercy, although yes, your Ashe is your main blue beam target in this case, you want to try and push damage boost on anyone who's doing the damage if your main blue beam can't do the damage. In this case, your Ashe can't do any damage due to how far away that she is, basically. So this is your opportunity right now to GA yourself forward. Maybe start capping the point a little bit and help damage boost some of these guys. Alright, we'll keep it going though. So unfortunately we can help out Genji there. Okay. Don't go to res here. Don't go to res because D.Va's just gonna fly into you and start shooting you, basically, okay? And leave ball. Ball should be okay at this point because he can roll away and just roll off to the side, or Ana can just like heal him from here, basically. Your job once your Genji sadly falls is literally for you just to back off and like live, basically. So I'd like you to kind of like, as soon as you see that Genji die, know that Ball's pretty healthy at that point, leave him to do his own thing, we G back to like our Rash or our Ana or like some kind of safety, basically. And pretty much at the max range of the D.Va's boosters if you can as well, just to make sure that she doesn't dive us, basically. Okay, we'll keep it going though. I don't know how and if you lived that, I'm gonna be honest. Good hiding from the bomb. Good. Can't do anything there, unfortunately. Valk's okay. Good damage boost in Valk, by the way. Nice. Okay, just when you're hitting the end of the Valk, you know that D.Va's trying to come for you. So try if you can to find a way that you could be very, very away from that D.Va so you don't end up taking those like little tickled bits of damage. Especially because when you get to the end of the Valk, it stops regenning. So it means that, you know, we can't get that health back, basically. Okay? So when your team fight starts to end, don't be afraid to kind of like just sling yourself forward to help your ball kind of finish off these kills. Or J yourself forward with your Genji. Another thing as well, remember, these are your mines. So you can use these to your advantage, okay? Mines are perfect for zoning people, okay? So with these mines being here, we can use that to try and, you know, hop forward and play with our Genji. And if we do this drop back, we're in our kind of territory at this point because nobody wants to walk into mines, okay? So I'd recommend when you get towards the end of your Valk, try if you can to push up with your Genji and play aggressively, okay? Because what we end up doing is when with our Valk ended and the D.Va just ends up diving us, basically. Alright, when we reset, go again. A little bit more water while we reset. I love how backwards and forwards as well this game is already. But perfect. Nice. They've got window. Make sure we're looking at our Genji here because our Genji's really, really weak. So try if you can to try and find a way that you can hop in to help him there. Genji sadly dies to Tire. Ooh, okay, okay. That was good. That end bit was really, really good. Let's quickly rewind it back though, because there was a few mistakes that we made. Okay, so at this point, I'd be maybe trying to, I know the window's up, but I'd maybe try and find a way just so we can quickly pop our beam onto the Genji. The reason is because our Ana is probably going to be hiding from the window herself, and also maybe trying to find a way to try and help, like, keep up our ball as well, okay? So what I'd be thinking here is if I can maybe just try and chuck a slight, like, it only has to be like half a second or something, but just a tiny bit of a beam onto the Genji, it would help out massively, okay? So I maybe tried to look to do that in this case, okay? Now, this is all good. Obviously, you go in and damage with some Ash and everything. Okay, this is fine. It's this GA in a second, okay? We do not want to push forward here, okay? Genji is dead, and it's very, very most likely that someone's going to be camping or be near his body, especially with how, you know, out in the open it is, basically, okay? So don't be kind of GAing yourself forwards thinking, oh, let's go and res this, okay? Because this isn't resable right now. When you're playing against quite a divish comp, like, for example, with a diva and everything, you have to wait for her to use her boosters or for her to be, like, very, very far away before you can attempt to go for a res, because otherwise you'll just die instantaneously, okay? So what I'd recommend here is just, honestly, just keep your Ash up. Keep your Ash up for, like, a second or two and keep her kind of shooting and, you know, battling out with these guys. Hopefully your ball should then come in and dive the back line, which means the diva will peel back to go and help them, which means we can then go in to go and res at that point, okay? But right now, I feel like you're trying to look for a res which isn't really there. And sadly what's happening is you kind of sling yourself forward and end up in like that little bit of like a bad scenario. Now, what you do well is this, where it's like you end up doing this sling from cover to cover and play really, really far away from the diva. That was done really, really well, and I really did appreciate that. Unfortunately, I feel like your Ana's going to fall there. That is what it is. Good GA back to spawn. Just make that sling a little bit sharper. Other than that, really well played there, Pomme. Very, very nice. You need to get to your Genji here. So you needed to do a little GA cancel here, or like just a GA. Do that by looking down and away to avoid an Ash headshot, and we can try and help our Genji out a little bit there, because he runs the risk, especially with that dynamite there, of nearly falling, okay? So just if you can, try to kind of push up to try and help him a little bit sooner there. Once your Ash is about half HP, we can do that, okay? Perfect. Don't be afraid just to wait that extra second just for ball to link onto you, basically. So you're not kind of forced yourself to do a GA. Good heal there onto the ball. Nice. Look at your team here. So don't be kind of just looking at your Ash. Try if you can to look at what your team's doing, basically. Just because you know what your Ash is doing, because you can see it on like the health bar. And also you play a lot of hit scans yourself, David, as well. So you'll know what this hit scan's doing. I'd recommend using your time now to look at these guys. For example, you can see that your Genji is quite weak and the diva's on him. So it might be worth maybe just doing a little bit of a GA up to maybe like this pillar, or maybe up to this gong or something, just to be able just to try and get our beam onto him and try and help him out a little bit. Okay? Luckily, just end up coming back to Ana, and then we end up kind of helping him. Good res. Healing for Ash. Nice dash. So we're capping for a sec. Move out. We just try and touch the point again if we can. Nice, good touch. A nice stall, okay? But then as soon as you see this ball coming into recontest, use that as your opportunity to try and get out, maybe to a health pack, or maybe just honestly just away from the point if you can, because we don't want to be trying to take unnecessary damage, especially when our ball has got back, basically. But a really nice stall with your Valk here, Pomme. This is really, really great, okay? So just if you can, try, as soon as you see that ball recontest it, or whenever you see two people on it, we just literally just vibe up here, let us self-regen for a second, and then we can get back in and try and help the ball once our Valk ends. Okay. Unfortunately, we do end up getting picked off by the bat, which is unfortunate. And unfortunately, that's that one over, okay? So overall, David, really well played so far. It's mainly just making sure that we're not just kind of sticking out with the Ash for the entire time. And we're trying to kind of damage boost the rest of our team at some points. Because us going in and trying to damage boost our team at some points will really, really help us out a lot more, okay? Nice heals here onto Genji. Good use of cover there, by the way. Try to make a GA cancel, by the way. They have a Widow, so we just gotta be careful. Nice heals. Use your Ashe. Use your Ashe to super jump yourself up and above so we can get our beam onto the Genji, by the way, if you're struggling to see him. Unfortunately, your Ana ends up getting picked off. Okay. Don't go res here. The reason why I don't want you to go and res here is because we want to try and keep everyone else alive if we can, okay? So your Genji has gone in here trying to secure a kill onto the Widow and is quite weak himself, okay? You either have to ping this and alert your team, be like, oh, I'm going to go res Ana, in which case the Genji won't dash in, or we have to try and keep our team stabilized, and then at a point where they're okay, then we can go and res, okay? But this res onto the Ana isn't priority, because we don't want to try and trade people out for this res. If we stay forward, we can help out this Genji and then help out with, you know, like trying to back these guys off. Once they backed off, then we can go for that res. Alright? Keep it going though.
Let's get you back in the fight.
But unfortunately, our team had fallen a little bit now. And then our D.Va falls. At this point, just GA yourself back to where your Ana is. Good GA from cover to cover there as well, like that. Perfect. And we just have to reset. So we have ourselves a Tracer now instead of Genji, which is going to be a little bit easier for us actually. Which should be nice. Nice. So, oh wait, is this where we start battle mercy mode? Because I could just see us with the pistol. Oh, okay. If you just look down ever so slightly just so you can get yourself through this doorway, you would have made this out and you would have been able to hit the health pack, which is over here. That is unfortunate for that one. But yeah, don't try and go pistol though. Just honestly, just try and link up back up with your Ashe. Allow your Tracer to flank and try and force them away from like the chokehold that your Ashe has wanted to kind of poke out from. And now we have a Sombra Tracer. So with Sombra Tracer, it's mainly, if you want to keep playing Mercy with this, by the way, it's mainly kind of making sure that we have movement options. Because if we can go in and try and find somewhere safe that we can dive in with the rest of our team, this works out really, really well for us if you want to keep playing this, okay? Nice. Damage boost D.Va here. Good. Okay, she's been nanoed. Don't be afraid to chase her. Yeah, nice. So yeah, don't be afraid to J in with your D.Va here. And you can maybe kind of sling yourself out onto the side as well, like near where the stairs are as well. Just to kind of like stay with them and stay with your team, like, you know, being aggressive basically. So don't be afraid to do that here. Nice, once you end up being hit with pistols, that's okay. Just one really, really key thing I will say, if you're struggling, is your Ana stood right up here. Your Ana is going to stay stood right up here until obviously she gets contested by like a Junkrat, for example. Okay, so if you're ever struggling as a Mercy, you don't really know where to go basically, remember your Ana is pretty much what I like to call an anchor point in this comp. Where Ana unfortunately doesn't have mobility compared to the rest of our team, so it means if you are ever struggling and you don't know where to go yourself, Ana is always a really, really good bet to be able to go back to and go to GA2 basically. All right, we keep it going. Nice. Good damage boost onto the baby D.Va. Nice. Awesome. You capped it now. Perfect. Don't worry too much about topping up your Ana there. She'll just start self-regenning, so that's not too much of a worry for us, basically. Perfect. Bomb comes out. We just play passively for a sec. Don't really understand the Valk. I think this was for extra healing onto your D.Va, but your D.Va's going to back off and try and re-peek your Ana now in a second. So I'd rather you held off on the Valk for like a second or two and waited for them to fully engage in. Because they haven't fully engaged in yet. They're still sat in this form. So what I'd recommend is if you can, hold on to it. The Tide doesn't get anyone, which is nice. Try to focus on healing your DPS here, because you're honestly struggle healing them compared to your what's called thingy. Honest right here. Okay, so leave the diva healing to your Ana at this case, because your Ana can very easily heal there. Second thing as well, if you have to drop here, which is the correct thing to do, but then as soon as you realize you have to drop, remember your Ana's right here. So as soon as you're done, you could always pistol for a second or two, but for example, your GA is back online already. Whenever your GA is back online, we turn and we drag a GA straight to our Ana, so it means we can get out. The reason why we need to do that as soon as possible is A, to avoid taking so much damage, but also B, if we keep, because what's going to happen is you're going to keep backing off being the Scourge. You're going to be like, and then when you back off so much, you're out of LOS of where the Ana is, compared to if we just drop and then look straight for the GA, we have our LOS available, basically, okay? So as soon as you get challenged by this diva, think, okay, need to escape, where's my Ana? Go off to go and help, okay? So what ends up happening is we end up kind of just battling the diva, and then we end up getting picked off ourselves, which isn't ideal. Because in Mercy, we always want to try and stay up and stay alive ourselves, basically. It's lucky that your team end up kind of, you know, holding on really nicely here. And at this point, hopefully your team are just resetting, basically. Awesome. So we're slinking ourselves forward to go back to our team, which is good. Good helping your diva. Nice, make sure we damage boost here. Nice. But, so when you see your diva diving in like that, by the way, don't be afraid to chuck damage boost onto her. Unfortunately, Trace ends up getting picked off. Remember, Ana is always there to J back to. There we are, we found her now, which is good. And at this point, oh, unfortunate with the Junkrat spam. At this point, we just need to reset, go again. We should hopefully have one more team fight with Nano in a second. I would say Mercy's probably not the most ideal person to play right now. Like, I'd say a Brig is probably a little bit more ideal, but if you want to keep playing Mercy, that's absolutely fine. Because you can still make it work, especially if you want to GA in. Okay, that's a good dive in. Good. Good bout. Just when you're playing this rank, you've spent this entire time in LOS of the Sojourn. If this was a higher rank lobby, that Sojourn would have just locked straight onto you and then started shooting you. So just if you can with this bout, still try if you can to play some pieces of cover. Oh, go on. Nice. Okay. I see the vision. Damage boost. You want to damage boost these guys, so it means that they're not going to get a touch. So when you see these guys dive in, trying to get all these picks, make sure that we're, you know, going in damage boosting them. Don't worry too much about your Sombra here. Ana can heal Sombra. So Ana can heal Sombra because it's in her LOS. However, Ana cannot heal these guys because they're down here trying to get staggers and like picks off, basically, so they're not going to get a recontest. This is our job here to go down and go and help these guys. Okay? Remember Ana is on the just in case. Nice. Just play safe for a sec. You don't want to get hit out by that tire. Nice. Unfortunate hits your diva. Heal here. You want to try and make sure you're keeping up your team, so just make sure you're kind of just going in and helping heal here. No need for you to go in and damage boost. Sorry, use your pistol even. Nice, well played. Much better round. Alright, let's keep going. Nice, okay, so we have a Widow this time, so it means we can go in and go damage with our Widow. And we can also go in and dive with our Monkey if we'd like to. Good res, just unfortunately she ends up getting picked off by our, what's it called? The Junkrat spam and everything. Monkey's gone main, can't really do too much about that, because obviously you've gone off the off angle with your Ana. Is what it is. Helping your Ana out, which is nice. Once your Ana's safe, go straight to damage boosting your Widow, because I bet your Widow has taken some kind of vantage point. Never mind, she's going to spawn and switch. So, the only issue with you playing Mercy with this comp on this point is with how open it is. Now, you're quite lucky with the not playing a Widow, but your life becomes 10 times harder, especially if they are playing a Widow on this map. They are playing a Sojourn, so we still have to try and make sure we're playing as much cover as possible, but it becomes a lot more difficult with the team comp that you've got, basically, okay? We can still do it, though, so let's keep on seeing what we're doing. Nice, good damage boost there. Good balance of the beams there. That was really, really nice to see. Unfortunate with the little sign. Nice. Don't sling here because you're going to sling yourself straight into a diva. Make this a GA cancel, so it means that you're going to have still like some kind of pieces cover, either like over here on these kind of pillars here, or using these stairs with like our little, what's it called? Barriers, I guess, basically. We don't want to sling ourselves into the diva if we can avoid it. So I know we need to save our diva, but try if you can to find a way that you can J in without being in danger, basically. Good, good, good. Good damage boost there. Nice. Still a Kiriko left. Nice. Well played there. Push it with diva. Nice sling up to the top. That's all good. Nice, I was trying to help with Sombra. With Sombra, by the way, you can quickly melee your staff, so it means that when she's invisible, we're not gonna, what's it called? We're not gonna reveal her position. So what I would do there is I would sit there and damage boost my Tracer, because my Tracer could very easily get the pick off on the Kiriko a little bit sooner. You want to try and get the pick off on the Kiriko because she's used her TP and Zuzu already, which means that she's just going to sit here and try and basically keep our Winston up. So it's better if we try to get the pick off onto the Kiriko quickly here before the break can come in and start packing her. So it means that the Monkey can very easily die there as well. Alright, keep going though. She does end up falling, which is nice. Bit late on the bout there. Nice. Nice. No. What are we doing? David, what are we doing? Holy. How did you survive that? That's... You just gave me a heart attack. Jeez. Good that you survived there, though. Very, very good that you survived there. That's heals onto our diva. Try if you can to find a piece of cover to J2 there, by the way. Just because Winston can still shoot us quite well with his, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but you know how you can do like the long distance shot? Can't do too much here now. They've used a bunch of ults anyways. Like they used Kitsune, they used Rally, they used Tyra a little bit earlier on as well. And they just used Sojourn ult. They basically used 4 ults in that team fight. So I won't worry too much about us losing that one. But it's alright, reset, go again. Perfect. Make sure that's a cancel G, just so you're staying up on top, so it means we're not going to, what's called, fall into the enemy team and end up getting picked off by like a charged Sojourn railgun or something, for example. Good G yourself back. I make that a vertical one up onto the high ground, by the way, just to make sure you avoided any extra like spam or anything. Go on, pistol her, pistol her, pistol her. Pistol her, pistol her. So try if you can to attack her first rather than just going straight for the res. Because you going for the res, if this was a good Kiriko, she would have just gone boom. She would have just gone boom, boom, and you're dead straight away. Okay? So if you can try to avoid it instead, try to go for the res. Right? After you tried to kind of bait her out, basically. Because if you try and bait her out first, then it means that she will have to like TP away, or she'll end up, you know, getting picked off, basically. Then it's a free res for us. We don't want to try and risk doing the res while she's still alive. Alright, keep it going though. Nice, just playing obviously safe with our Reaper. Okay, we don't need to bounce this here. We just need to literally stay where we are for a second and try if we can to G ourselves forward a little bit more when we see the Reaper push in a little bit more. This is a bit too early of a bout here. Unfortunately, ends up getting picked off. Can't do too much there, unfortunately. And yeah, our team's end up kind of getting picked off and staggered, basically, which isn't very, very ideal. And yeah, unfortunately your team had just fallen, okay? But overall, David, honestly, a really, really nice Mercy VOD. I always love seeing, what's it called? DPS players playing Mercy, because people either see like how difficult Mercy can actually be sometimes, especially in these high rank lobbies. But you played really, really well, okay? Let's start off with some positives, okay? Whoever you had your beam on was always beautiful. The damage boost and the healing like applications were really, really nice, and I really loved them. I also just loved it as well with like just as well sticking out with that main bleeding target quite a bit as well, which is really, really nice to see. Your peel as well for your honor was lovely as well to see, so it felt like you kind of committed in the majority of the time when you should have done. Obviously you stayed back with your honor as well when you should have done as well, which is really, really nice. So your general peel was really, really great, okay? The main thing that I feel like you struggled with is when to commit with your team, because although you have, for example, let's take the first point, right? Although you have Ashe, perfect. Ashe is a really great damage boost target. But so is Ball and so is Genji. So don't be afraid to just essentially just go in and start damage boosting them as well, okay? So you did it a lot, obviously, when you switched to the Ball, sorry, not the Ball. You switched to, like, the Tracer Sombra Diva comp. You did end up kind of doing that a little bit more and playing it, like, around, like, whoever was doing the damage. I want you to play like that now all of the time. So let's say you've got a hit scan in your pocket and that hit scan, but then that hit scan ends up being a little bit passive for a second because they're reloading or they're not in a good bit of like LOS basically. Don't be afraid to go in and start damage boosting the rest of your team basically, because that means you can get out quite like a bit more like damage boost, and it means you might be able to get picks off quicker as well. So that will help you out. Reses were pretty good. Just make sure that you're assessing the risk of the res first of all, because it felt like you just saw a res and thought, oh, let's res kind of thing, but you didn't actually like necessarily like think, oh, is someone going to be able to dive me during this res, or is someone going to be able, like, you know, to get to me basically. So just if you ever like have a res, think to yourself first of all, is this res going to be safe? And is anyone else going to die while I'm doing this res, basically? Because if you say yes to any of them too, that's a no res for you. Okay? I'm not going to talk too much about Valks, because your Valks, although the time was slightly off, they were pretty good though, David. Especially your push on the damage boost with the Valks. Really loved that. That was really, really nice to see. So I'm not really too fussed about any of that mainly. But I think your main two things I want you to focus on for now, especially if you do want to carry on playing Mercy. I know you are a DPS player. But I would definitely look at trying, if you can, to damage boost other people a little bit more and pushing up with them. Or whenever you're going to res, assess the situation for the res first before we do go and do that res. Okay? But with that though, David, that was the end of the VOD, and please do let me know as well if you have any more issues. But thank you so much to everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch for watching this. If you guys are wanting your own Mercy VOD review, I do talk about it at the beginning of the video, so go and check that out. Just a quick little, a couple things from me basically. First one is my main YouTube channel. I do post my own kind of gameplay onto there as well, which will be linked down in the description, along with my Twitch, where I basically record everything that I do live basically, and also my TikTok, which I do try to post on there quite a bit, and my Discord as well. So if you guys have any questions for myself outside of the streams, like let's say for example you have a question I'm not live, join the Discord and I'm more than happy as well to answer any questions that you've got over there as well. But yeah, just once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye.